My dear beloved soul, welcome. I'm so glad you're here, because the message the angels are bringing today is time-sensitive, spiritually charged, and deeply personal. If you are listening to this right now, heaven has been waiting for you to reach this moment with an open heart. Nothing about this is accidental. Nothing about this is random. This message is being delivered to you because your spirit has already entered the season of divine communication, and your soulmate is being moved by God in ways you cannot yet see. Before we begin, I want you to take a moment and comment below, "I trust God's timing." This is more than engagement. It is a declaration. It tells heaven that you are ready to receive what God is aligning in your love story. And while you're here, be sure to like this video and subscribe to Prophetic Message today, especially if you are new. Every word here is prayed over and released according to divine timing. Now breathe. Settle your heart. Relax your shoulders, because the angels are whispering something powerful. Your soulmate is about to call or message you, and this communication has been orchestrated by God Himself. The angels say, your soulmate is entering a season of awakening, and the first sign of that awakening is communication. Something is shifting inside their heart. Something is stirring in their spirit. Something is pressing on their mind. And this inner movement is coming from heaven. For many of you, your soulmate has been silent for a long time. You've wondered if they forgot you. You've questioned if you misunderstood the signs. You've felt waves of doubt, hope, longing, and confusion. But the angels say, this silence wasn't rejection. It was preparation. Your soulmate has been going through a spiritual transformation behind the scenes. God has been working on their heart. God has been dealing with their emotions. God has been healing old wounds. God has been showing them clarity. And now that clarity is leading them straight back to you. Proverbs 16:9 says, a person plans his way, but the Lord directs his steps. Your soulmate's steps are being directed now, and they are being directed toward communication with you. The angels say your soulmate has been thinking about you intensely. Their mind drifts toward you during quiet moments. Their heart feels pulled toward your energy. They are remembering things you said, things you shared, moments that touched their soul in ways they still cannot explain. And this inner stirring is growing stronger every day. They feel your absence. They miss your presence. They crave your voice. They long for your spirit. They feel incomplete without you. And the angels say this longing has reached its breaking point. It can no longer stay silent. Your soulmate is about to reach out. For some, it will be a message. For others, it will be a phone call. For some, it will be a voice note. For others, it will be a video call request. But communication is coming, quickly, suddenly, unexpectedly, yet perfectly aligned. The angels say, your soulmate has recently experienced what heaven calls a heart activation. Something softened inside them. Something opened. Something awakened. They began to see the connection through spiritual eyes, not just emotional ones. They realized that their silence was hurting them more than speaking would. They realized running from the connection wasn't protecting them. It was blocking their blessing. And now they're feeling overwhelmed by the need to talk to you. The angels say the moment they send this message or make this call, it will feel emotionally charged, not chaotic, but sincere. You will feel it. You will sense it. There will be a softness in their tone, a humility in their words, an honesty they never showed before. Why? Because God has touched their heart. Ezekiel 36:26 says, I will give you a new heart and put a new spirit in you. Your soulmate is receiving that new heart. A soft heart. A willing heart. A courageous heart. The angels reveal that your soulmate has recently been struggling with emotions they can no longer hide. They've been feeling warmth in their chest when they think of you, waves of nostalgia, unexpected sadness when they miss you, dreams of you, spikes of longing, a sudden urge to reach out, and a deep fear of losing you. These emotions have been pushing them closer to communication. For some of you, their pride delayed things. For others, their confusion delayed things. For others still, their environment or personal struggles delayed things. But now, nothing can delay what God is activating. Their spirit is waking up. Their heart is calling out. Their soul is reaching for you, and heaven is pushing them forward. The angels say your soulmate has recently realized a hidden truth. They cannot replace you. They cannot forget you. They cannot disconnect from you. They cannot pretend they don't care. They've tried. They've distracted themselves. They've entertained others. They've buried themselves in work. They've run from the truth. They've denied their own emotions. But the harder they run, the stronger the connection becomes. This is what divine connection feels like. It doesn't fade. It intensifies. Psalm 139 7-10 reminds us, where can I go from your spirit? Your soulmate cannot run from what God has ordained. They cannot escape the connection heaven wrote into their destiny. The angels say your soulmate is now feeling a spiritual urgency, a pull they cannot resist. Their spirit is telling them, you need to talk to them. You need to reconnect. You need to apologize. You need to explain your feelings. You need to reach out before it's too late. This urgency is so intense that it may feel like anxiety to them, but it's not fear. It's divine pressure. Some of you may even sense this urgency in your spirit. You may suddenly feel emotional. You may sense that someone is thinking about you. You may feel their energy. You may get butterflies out of nowhere. You may feel a wave of expectation. These sensations are confirmation. Your soulmate is preparing to communicate. Your spirit is picking it up before your mind understands it. The angels say this communication will not be half-hearted. It will not be casual. It will not be meaningless. It will come from a place of depth and longing. Your soulmate will reach out because they miss you. They want clarity. They want connection. They want closure or reconnection. They feel spiritually pulled. They are tired of silence. They are afraid of losing you. They want to restart something meaningful. The angels say many of you will be shocked by their vulnerability. They will speak more openly than ever before. They may confess, I've been thinking about you a lot. I regret not speaking sooner. I feel something for you I can't explain. I don't want to lose you. I wasn't ready before, but I'm getting there now. I miss how you made me feel. And some will even say, God has been speaking to me about you. This is not fantasy. This is spiritual reality. Your soulmate has been receiving divine guidance, divine dreams, divine signs, all pointing to you. The angels say many of you have been seeing repeating numbers like 111, 222, 717, 444, or 555. These are signs that divine communication is approaching. Your soulmate is being nudged by God to initiate the first step. The angels want you to know something important. Do not chase. Do not push. Do not force. Do not worry. Your soulmate is the one being moved toward you. You are not the one who needs to reach out. You are the one being prepared to receive. The angels say, your soulmate has been observing you quietly. Even if you don't know it. Even if they are silent. Even if they appear distant. They are paying attention. They've noticed your growth, your glow, your peace, your confidence, your faith, your transformation. And these changes have stirred something inside them that makes them feel drawn to you. They are realizing, this connection isn't over. This person is still in my heart. I can't walk away from this. I need to talk to them. I need to know what this is. This realization is powerful because it pushes them toward action. The angels say your soulmate will reach out suddenly, in a moment they don't expect. Their heart will overpower their hesitation. Their spirit will overpower their fear. Their longing will overpower their pride. And the message or call will come through. For some, it will be late at night when their emotions peak. For others, it will be early in the morning after dreaming of you. For others, it will be during a quiet moment when they feel a spiritual nudge. For others, it will come after seeing a sign that reminds them of you. The timing will be divine. The angels say the communication itself will open a spiritual portal, a reconnection, a renewal, a healing moment. Something will shift in your energy the moment you receive it. You will feel relief, warmth, excitement, peace, confirmation, and spiritual stillness. Why? Because your soul has been waiting for this moment. Psalm 46:10 says, "Be still and know that I am God." This communication will feel like a still moment, a moment where everything aligns. The angels are taking us deeper now, revealing the heart of your soulmate, the emotions they've been hiding, and the exact spiritual reasons why they are about to call or message you. What is unfolding in the unseen realm is powerful, sacred, and intentional. And as you listen, your spirit will begin to recognize what your heart has felt for a long time. This connection is divine, and the communication coming toward you is part of God's plan. The angels say your soulmate has reached a point where silence is no longer comfortable. Their heart has begun to ache in ways they can't explain. Something inside them feels incomplete. They keep trying to distract themselves, but nothing satisfies the emptiness they feel when you're not in their life. They have tried to make peace with the distance, but the distance only makes them miss you more. They have tried to silence their feelings, but their feelings only become louder at night when everything is quiet. Your soulmate has entered the season of realization. They are realizing that your presence brought calm to their chaos. They are realizing that your voice carried healing they didn't know they needed. They are realizing that your energy brought peace into places of their heart they never opened before. They are realizing that their spirit feels safer with you than with anyone else. This realization is uncomfortable for them, not because they don't want you, but because they didn't expect to need you this deeply. The angels say your soulmate is now being spiritually awakened to the truth. They love you more than they admitted. They miss you more than they showed. They want you more than they allowed. This truth has been blooming in their hearts slowly, but now it's blossoming all at once. They're thinking, I can't keep pretending I don't care. I need to hear their voice. I want to know how they're doing. I need to fix things. I need to reconnect. I need to speak my truth. And the angels say the more they fight this urge, the stronger it becomes. Your soulmate is being pushed by both emotion and divine instruction. And now we move into what the angels want you to hear most. Your soulmate is already rehearsing what they will say. When they reach out, their heart is preparing the words. Their mind is preparing the courage. Their spirit is preparing the timing. The angels say your soulmate will speak from a softened place. Their message will not be cold. Their tone will not be distant. Their heart will speak before their ego ever gets the chance to interrupt. Here are the emotions behind their message. They want to give you clarity. They want to explain the silence. They want to share their heart. They want to rebuild trust. They want to open a door. They want to reconnect your souls. Some of them even want forgiveness. Some want understanding. Some want another chance. Some want closure that leads to reconnection. Some want to tell you they never stopped thinking about you. The angels say, your soulmate will speak differently than before. There will be sincerity in their voice, a softness in their words, a tenderness in their energy, a depth in their confession. They may say things like, I'm sorry I didn't reach out sooner. I've been going through a lot, but I never forgot about you. I've been thinking about you a lot lately. I had a dream about you, and it felt so real. I miss our connection. Can we talk? I didn't realize how much I cared until you weren't there. I want to know if you're okay. And for some of you, God has been putting you on my heart. The angels say this communication is happening now because your soulmate has finally reached emotional readiness. God has been healing their past. God has been correcting their mindset. God has been removing distractions. God has been exposing false connections. God has been increasing their spiritual sensitivity. God has been breaking pride, fear, and confusion from their heart. Now their emotions are aligning with the will of God. Psalm 32:8 says, I will instruct you and teach you in the way you should go. Your soulmate is being instructed now. They feel God telling them, talk to them. Don't delay. The angels say just a few days ago, or even hours, your soulmate felt an intense spiritual pull toward you. Something triggered a memory. Something awakened a longing. Something reminded them of your love, your kindness, your presence. It may have been a dream, a song, a quiet moment, a sudden feeling of emptiness, or a sign God placed in their path, but it was real, and it was meant to move them toward you. Before they call or message you, angels say you will feel certain signs in your own spirit, a sudden wave of peace, a feeling of emotional rest, a sense that something is about to happen, a warm sensation in your chest or stomach area, a sudden uplift in your mood out of nowhere, a soft voice in your spirit saying, get ready, dreams involving communication or reconnection, moments of unexpected joy or anticipation. Why will you feel these signs? Because your souls are connected, because your spirits communicate before your bodies do, because destiny always whispers before it moves. The angels say there are moments when you will feel the urge to check your phone, not randomly, but spiritually. Your intuition will strengthen. Your awareness will sharpen. You will feel like someone is thinking deeply about you, and you will be right, because your soulmate will be praying, worrying, thinking, longing, and wondering about you intensely in that moment. You may even feel a tingling sensation, pressure around the heart, a subtle emotional wave, sudden teary eyes, or a desire to pray for them. These are signs of soul communication. The angels say your soulmate will send this message or make this call when they can no longer hold back their emotions. And here is the part they want you to take seriously: the timing of their communication is divinely appointed, that it will not come when you're desperate for it. It will not come when you're broken. It will not come when you're begging for a sign, that it will come when your heart is calmer, your spirit is aligned, your emotions are grounded, your energy is ready, your faith is centered. It will come at a moment when you're spiritually open to receive. Angels say some of you will be shocked because the message will come when you least expect it, when you're busy, when you're distracted, when you've surrendered, or when you've stopped overthinking. This is why God says in Isaiah 60:22, when the time is right, I, the Lord, will make it happen. He is making it happen now. Your soulmate is feeling a divine urgency, not pressure, not panic, but a sacred stirring. They are realizing that staying silent is hurting them more than speaking their truth ever could. They are realizing that distance isn't protecting them, it's isolating them. They are realizing that running from love has only brought them closer to heartbreak, not safety. The angels say your soulmate is thinking, what if I lose them? What if someone else takes my place? What if they move on? What if I waited too long? And this fear will not paralyze them. It will motivate them. Your soulmate wants peace with you, clarity with you, connection with you, hope with you, alignment with you, The angels are leading us into the heart of this message. Now, into the spiritual purpose behind why your soulmate is about to reach out. What this communication will awaken between you, and the deeper emotions they have been carrying in silence. As you listen, allow every word to flow into your spirit gently, because this is not just information. This is preparation. Heaven does not send a prophetic word like this unless something is already shifting in your favor. The angels say the coming communication from your soulmate is not random. It is not impulsive. It is not accidental. It is not a coincidence. This communication has a divine purpose, and that purpose has been forming quietly in the background of your life. God is preparing a connection that aligns with your destiny. The angels say the primary purpose of this upcoming call or message is reconnection. Not just emotional or verbal reconnection, but spiritual reconnection. Your soulmate has been spiritually disconnected from God for a season. They have struggled, doubted, and wandered through their own battles. But your connection acted as a spiritual bridge. Your energy, your love, your prayers, your presence, even your absence, all stirred something inside them that led them back toward their spiritual alignment. You awakened something sacred inside them. You touched a place in their spirit that no other person has reached. You reminded them of who they truly are. You reminded them of what love feels like. You reminded them what destiny feels like. And now God is drawing them back to the source of that awakening. You, the second purpose behind this. Communication is clarity. Your soulmate has questions. Your soulmate has confusion. Your soulmate has emotions they haven't fully processed out. They need clarity, not from assumptions, not from distance, not from silence, but from communication with you. They feel that only by speaking to you can they understand what their heart has been trying to say. Your voice grounds them. Your energy calms them. Your words heal them. And your presence gives them direction. The angels say your soulmate wants to know how you feel, whether the connection is still open, if the door is still available, if they hurt you, if you've moved on, if God is still guiding this connection, what the future could look like. Their mind has been restless, replaying old conversations and imagining new ones. They need clarity because their heart cannot move forward or move on without understanding where you stand. The third purpose behind this communication is healing. Your soulmate has unspoken wounds. They have regrets they've never voiced. They have moments where they didn't act right. They have pain they never addressed. You may think they forgot. You may think they moved on. You may think they felt nothing. But the angels say they felt everything. Every time you withdrew, they felt it. Every time you cried, something in them sensed it. Every time you doubted their feelings, their spirit trembled. Your soulmate is carrying guilt. Guilt for not reaching out sooner. Guilt for not being ready when you were. Guilt for letting fear win. Guilt for running from a connection God was trying to strengthen. Their message or call is part of their healing. Speaking to you will allow their heart to confess, release, and breathe again. The fourth purpose for their communication is alignment. Your soulmate is entering a season where God is aligning their path. Their priorities are shifting. Their desires are maturing. Their spiritual awareness is increasing. Their heart is softening dot, and now their soul is aligning with what God has for them. And what God has for them includes you. The angels say your soulmate has been experiencing synchronicities, angel numbers, dreams, signs, emotional waves, all pointing toward you. They didn't always understand them, but now those signs are becoming too strong to ignore. They may have seen your name unexpectedly, a message that reminded them of you, a song you once shared, a dream where they spoke to you, a moment where your face came to their mind. Suddenly, a wave of longing had hit them out of nowhere. These signs are spiritual breadcrumbs leading them back to your heart. Now, We move into what this communication will activate between you. The angels say, the moment they contact you, a spiritual portal opens. This portal reconnects your hearts in the invisible realm. The moment you hear their voice or read their words, your spirits realign with one another. You will feel it. They will feel it. Heaven will witness it. This communication activates emotional healing, a softening of both hearts, renewed interest, new levels of trust, a fresh start, a spiritual reset, a breakthrough in the connection. The angels say something very profound. The communication is not the blessing. What it activates afterward is the blessing. This message or call is the door. But what comes through the door is what changes your destiny. For some of you, this communication activates deeper romantic bond, a more mature emotional connection, a new chapter in your love story, a commitment-ready energy, the beginning of a future marriage, the restoration of something God ordained thee. Angels say what you feel after their message will be strong, undeniable, and spiritually affirming. You will feel warmth in your heart, a sense of completion, a wave of peace, a soft emotional release, a feeling of, this is right, a sense of destiny, a spiritual calmness. This is your soul confirming what heaven already knows. Now, let's go deeper into the emotions your soulmate has been hiding, the emotions that will finally begin to surface through communication. The angels say your soulmate has been hiding longing. They want you. They miss you. They desire you. They crave connection, but they were afraid. Afraid to depend on someone. Afraid to be vulnerable. Afraid to expose their feelings. Afraid to admit how deeply they fell. Your soulmate also hid fear. Fear of losing you. Fear of disappointing you. Fear of not being enough. Fear of opening their heart after past heartbreaks. They hid love. Love they didn't know how to express. Love that scared them. Love that overwhelmed them. Love that felt too intense too soon. Love that made them feel vulnerable. They hid hope. Hope that you still care. Hope that the connection still exists. Hope that you haven't moved on. Hope that someday, somehow, things could work. They hid pain. Pain from their past. Pain from losing you or disconnecting from you. Pain from knowing they weren't ready before. Pain from their own inner battles. They hid admiration. They admire your strength. They admire your heart. They admire your spirit. They admire your consistency. They admire the way you love. They hid spiritual sensitivity. They felt things about you they couldn't explain. They sensed the connection was divine. They knew God was involved. They knew the connection wasn't normal, but they kept these feelings inside. Until now. The angels say something powerful. Your soulmate is done running. They no longer want disconnection. They no longer want silence. They no longer want distance. They no longer want confusion. They want clarity. They want peace. They want connection. They want you. Your soulmate is stepping into a boldness they didn't have before. This boldness comes from God, not from their own strength. Joshua 1-9 says, be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid, for the Lord your God is with you. God is with them. God is guiding them. God is strengthening them to communicate. Now, we shift into the next revelation. The deeper spiritual purpose behind their communication. Your soulmate's message or call is meant to reopen a spiritual pathway, rebuild emotional intimacy, restart divine timing, restore alignment between your souls, heal old wounds, clarify purpose, reawaken love, ignite destiny. This communication may begin softly, but its impact will be powerful. The angels say your soulmate's contact is not just the beginning of a conversation. It is the beginning of a transformation. The angels are now opening the final layer of this prophetic message, the layer that reveals what will happen after your soulmate reaches out. the emotional shifts they will experience, the spiritual movement that will unfold between you, and how your response will impact the next chapter of this divine connection. This part is powerful because it speaks to destiny in motion. Once communication begins, nothing stays the same. The energy shifts. The timing shifts. Your hearts shift. And heaven begins to move at an accelerated pace. The angels say, once your soulmate sends that message or makes that call, something deep inside them will break open. A weight they have been carrying for months, even years, will lift. The silence has been suffocating them far more than you knew. Holding back their feelings has been exhausting. Pretending the connection didn't affect them has been draining. Trying to distract themselves from you has not worked for a long time. The moment they reach out, they will feel a strange sense of relief, as though their heart finally exhaled after holding its breath. The angels say their first emotional shift will be peace. Not temporary peace, not superficial peace, but a soul-level peace that tells them, this is right. This is aligned. This is where my heart belongs. They may not know exactly what the future holds, but contacting you will feel like stepping back onto the path of destiny. It will feel like God is smiling on them again. The second emotional shift they will experience is vulnerability. Communication opens the heart. It lowers defenses. It makes them feel exposed in a good way. For the first time in a while, they will feel seen. They will feel safe. They will feel emotionally validated. They will feel that their heart is finally moving toward truth instead of away from it. This vulnerability may scare them at first. They may realize they shared more than they intended. They may feel nervous waiting for your response. They may check their phone repeatedly. They may replay the message they sent, wondering if they said too much or too little. These emotions are a sign of sincerity, a sign that their feelings for you are deeper than they admitted. The angels say their third emotional shift will be longing, but not longing rooted in pain. Longing rooted in hope. Once they reconnect with you, they will crave more. More connection. More understanding. More closeness. More time. They will want to build something real. Something meaningful. Something God-centered. This longing grows with every moment of communication you share. The fourth emotional shift is clarity. Your soulmate will begin to see their feelings for you more clearly than ever. What was once confusing will suddenly make sense. The mixed emotions that once overwhelmed them will begin to settle. They will realize the depth of what they feel for you. They will understand why they couldn't forget you. They will see why every attempt to move on failed. And this clarity will make them more intentional. But the angels say the most powerful shift is the fifth one. Commitment energy. Not rushing. Not forcing. Not fear-driven commitment, but a steady, mature, spiritually aligned willingness to explore the connection deeply and seriously. Your soulmate will begin thinking long-term. Their heart will open to the idea of partnership. They will imagine what life could look like with you. They will feel God nudging them toward stability. And they will begin to act in ways that show you they are thinking about the future, not just the present. Now the angels want to talk about your response, because how you respond to this communication will shape the spiritual direction of this connection. Your role is not to chase. Your role is not to over-explain. Your role is not to pressure. Your role is not to cling. Your role is to respond with grace, grounding, and emotional openness without losing your spiritual alignment. When you respond calmly, warmly, and sincerely, your soulmate will feel safe. Your response tells them, there is space for you here. This connection still matters. I am open, but I am grounded. Your tone will set the atmosphere. Your posture will set the pace. Your energy will set the direction. The angels say you must respond from a place of emotional maturity. Avoid the temptation to bring up old pain immediately. Avoid testing them or making them prove themselves. Avoid acting overly casual or overly attached. Instead, respond in a balanced, spiritually anchored way that gently invites deeper communication. Remember, this message or call is the beginning, not the ending, not the finale, not the whole story. It is the opening of a new chapter, a chapter that requires patience, faith, and emotional wisdom. The angels say the divine timing behind this reunion is intentional. This communication is happening at a moment when your heart is more healed, your energy is more stable, your identity is more grounded, your spiritual discernment is sharper, your connection to God is stronger. You are no longer the person who would be overwhelmed by this call. You are no longer the person who would lose yourself emotionally. You are no longer the person who would tolerate confusion, inconsistency, or emotional immaturity. You have grown, evolved, healed, and matured. And this growth is exactly what makes you ready for the next chapter of this connection. The angels want you to understand something profound now. Your soulmate reaching out is not a test. It is a transition into clarity, transition into alignment, transition into deeper communication, transition into emotional truth, transition into spiritual partnership. This connection is meant to evolve, not stay stuck, not stay stagnant, not stay silent. The angels say there are signs you will notice. After the communication happens, you will feel calmer than you expected. You will feel spiritually grounded. You will sense that something is shifting in your favor. Your intuition will confirm that this is the right direction. Your dreams may become clearer. Your emotional sensitivity may heighten. You may feel a fresh wave of hope. Why? Because your spirit recognizes that destiny is moving again. Your soulmate will also experience signs after communicating with you. Their dreams of you will intensify. Their desire for you will grow. Their emotional clarity will sharpen. Their courage will increase. Their spiritual awareness will expand. Their need for closeness will deepen. The angels say many of you think communication is the goal, but communication is merely the spark. The real blessing is what grows afterward: the consistency, the emotional intimacy, the deepening connection, the spiritual partnership, the divine alignment. Your soulmate will soon begin to initiate more calls, more messages, more affection, more honesty, more vulnerability, more emotional openness, because communication awakens something inside them that they can no longer suppress. But the angels say something beautiful is happening behind the scenes. God is making your soulmate braver in love, braver in expression, braver in commitment, braver in pursuing destiny. For some, the communication will lead to a conversation that feels healing. For others, it will lead to reconnection. For some, it will lead to forgiveness. For some, it will lead to planning a meeting. For others, it will lead to emotional confessions. And for many, this communication will be the beginning of the love story you always felt was meant to unfold. The angels say the divine timing is perfect because both of you are entering a season where God is aligning your steps. You are becoming the version of yourself that is ready for soulful partnership. Your soulmate is becoming the version of themselves that is capable of loving you correctly. This communication is heaven's signal that the connection is shifting into a higher purpose. My dear beloved soul, as we reach the end of this message, the angels are urging you to lean in closely, because this final part ties together everything that heaven has been preparing you to understand. This isn't just a conclusion. This is a spiritual activation, a divine sealing of what has been spoken over your life, your heart, and your future. Your soulmate's message, their call, their reconnection is not just something you hope for. It is something you are being prepared for. And now, heaven wants you to walk forward with clarity, not uncertainty, with peace, not anxiety, with confidence, not doubt. The angels say your soulmate reaching out is much more than a simple text or call. It is a turning point, a moment that shifts the course of your love story into a new season. It is a sacred moment where God says, everything that was delayed is now moving. A moment where heaven pulls your paths back together. A moment where the silence breaks, the confusion fades, and the truth finally comes to the surface. The message or call that's coming toward you is not a random gesture. It is a divinely orchestrated movement meant to activate healing, clarity, and destiny. This communication is the catalyst that begins the transformation your heart has been longing for and the transformation your soulmate has been resisting. Until now, the angels want you to truly understand. You are entering a season of answered prayers. Not almost answered prayers. Not halfway answered prayers. But fully answered prayers, manifested in real, tangible ways. You are stepping into a season where what you prayed for quietly will begin to show up loudly. What you hoped for in private will begin to reveal itself in public. What you cried about silently will be healed openly. What you waited for patiently will appear suddenly. This is the nature of destiny. It moves slowly, then suddenly. It feels distant, then it stands right in front of you. Your soulmate is being guided by God. Their spirit is being awakened. Their heart is being softened. Their steps are being redirected. The moment they reach out to you, you will feel something in your soul settle. Something in your spirit will whisper, "This is divine timing. This is God's move." The angels say this communication marks the beginning of a new season, a season of reconnection, alignment, clarity, healing, truth, restoration, and deeper love, because destiny connections do not end in silence. Divine unions do not collapse in confusion. Soulmate paths do not separate permanently. God doesn't waste a bond that He Himself ordained. Your soulmate contacting you is the first sign that destiny is reactivating. The angels say this reunion, whether emotional, spiritual, or romantic, has been written in your story. God didn't allow the connection to disappear from your heart because it wasn't meant to disappear from your life. He kept the memory alive for a reason. He kept the longing alive for a reason. He kept the signs and synchronicities alive for a reason. He kept the spiritual pull alive for a reason, because the connection was never meant to die. It was meant to transform. The angels say that once communication begins, the energy between you will feel different, softer, lighter, calmer, more grounded. There will be a sense of familiarity, the kind that feels ancient, the kind that feels like home, the kind that makes you feel like your soul remembers something your mind forgot. This connection will feel safer than it did before. It will feel purer than it did before. It will feel more intentional than it did before. It will feel more peaceful than it ever has, because both of you have grown. Both of you have healed. Both of you have matured. Both of you are stepping into this connection with new eyes, a new heart, and a new spirit. The angels say that for the first time, your soulmate is truly ready to communicate, ready to connect, ready to reveal their heart, ready to be honest, ready to show up, ready to trust, ready to heal, ready to take the next steps without fear. They are tired of running, tired of denying their feelings, tired of pretending you don't matter, tired of suppressing their emotions, tired of fighting what God has placed inside them. Their heart is weary from silence. Their soul is tired of distance. Their spirit is restless without you. This is why your soulmate is reaching out. The angels say that after this message or call, you will go through your own emotional awakening. You will feel a warm sense of relief, a deep confirmation in your spirit, a peace that surpasses understanding, a softening in your heart, a new sense of stability, readiness you haven't felt before, feeling that something sacred has begun, and this is because God is aligning you both simultaneously. Your soulmate's communication is not just about reconnecting with you. It's about reconnecting with themselves. You are the mirror God is using to awaken their heart. You are the vessel through which they rediscover their emotions. You are the person whose presence brings them back to themselves. The angels say the communication coming toward you will open the door for deeper conversations. Not superficial, not surface level, but real, honest, emotional exchanges that begin to rebuild the spiritual bridge between your hearts. This will include confessions they never said, truths they tried to hide, feelings they tried to suppress, pain they tried to ignore, regrets they carried quietly, longing that became too strong to deny. You will witness their vulnerability in ways you haven't seen before. Some will admit they weren't ready. Some will admit they were afraid to lose themselves. Some will admit they felt unworthy of you. Some will admit they didn't understand the connection back then. Some will admit they tried to move on but couldn't. Some will admit that God has been speaking to them. Some will admit they prayed for clarity and received your name in their spirit. These confessions will deepen the connection between you in ways that will surprise you. The angels say you must enter this new season with a tender heart, not a guarded one. Protection is wise, but walls block blessings. And God is not sending this soulmate communication to test you. He's sending it to fulfill you. He wants your heart open, your mind clear, your spirit aligned, and your faith steady. He wants you ready to receive love that is more mature, more intentional, more God-centered than anything you've experienced before. The angels say the moment you respond with calmness, grace, and authenticity, your soulmate will feel a release in their spirit. They will know you are still connected to them. They will know the door is still open. They will know they can move forward. And this realization will build their courage. They will want to message more. They will want to call more. They will want to talk later into the night. They will want to understand you more deeply. They will want to align with you spiritually. They will want to grow with you emotionally. The angels say this connection is entering its rebirth, a divine reboot, a new chapter, a second chance, a holy reset, and the communication coming toward you is the spiritual seed of that rebirth. The angels want you to finish this message with a strong declaration. Because words carry power, and faith activates movement. Type below, blessed and ready. This tells heaven that you are open, aligned, and prepared for what God is bringing. And before you leave this message today, make sure you like this video and subscribe to Prophetic Message today, because you are stepping into a season where you will need every confirmation, every prophetic word, and every spiritual insight that heaven sends your way. Your soulmate is already on the path toward you. Their message is already forming in their heart. Their courage is already rising. Their spirit is already aligning. Their steps are already being guided. Get ready, because what's coming is not just communication. It's destiny. It's alignment. It's restoration. It's the beginning of a divine love story God has written for you since the beginning of time. You are closer than you think. You are more prepared than you know. And heaven is already moving. Your soulmate is about to reach out